Hey kids, Treacle here. Welcome back. Today I'm continuing the story about when I met Mariah. We started with part 1 last time. I told you about my first time meeting her, seeing her, getting my first autograph, things like that. If you haven't seen part 1, check that out. We're going to continue on. So this is now 2002, 2003 time. The Charm Bracelet album was coming out, and these are the times I met her during then. I've got my photos and a few videos here to look through. I haven't looked at these in quite a few years. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so I remember these photos. We saw her arrive the night before, said hi and everything. This is the next day, and she's obviously had an overnight tan. She comes out, she's wearing this white top, and at the back it's tied up in a knot, and there was a little bit of makeup on it. There's photos of some of us. Thankfully there isn't one of me, but there's some photos of other people looking down, putting faces, and it looks like they're looking at her butt, but really we're clocking this makeup look. I remember we were trying to discreetly tell her, hey Mariah, your tan is smudged. Not the best photo of me at all. Here I am chatting with her. If anything, I like it because it's candid. She was meeting people, signing autographs. Here is another photo of me with Mariah. Mariah was so good with these moments. This particular one, I don't think there were more than 20 people outside the hotel. It felt more intimate. Almost everybody got a photograph or an autograph. I could be wrong, but it was one of the times I remember that there were just less people, and she was always very giving, very, very friendly, happy to take photos. She was always so sweet. Okay, this photo I took, I like this photo. And this one, I like this one too. This is disposable cameras, kids. I'm pretty pleased with this. This is disposable camera work, and there's no one else in there. I can't like zoom in and crop it and all that shiz. This is just me with a disposable camera surrounded by other fans, press. You get a little bit of argy-bargy, you get pushed around and stuff, and you just point and click and hope for the best. I was pretty good with a disposable camera, if I do say so myself. So then she went on to perform on the Graham Norton show. There she is with Graham. Don't they both look so young? Well, she looks the same. Our queen is ageless, but Graham sure looks young. I was not in the audience for Graham Norton. I remember being outside the hotel when she left for the TV studio. Other people were not at the hotel because they had tickets to the performance. They had to be there ahead of time. So I didn't see this until it was on TV. This was a good one. This was a good performance. She gave a good interview. She gave a good performance. I think if you were there in the studio, you had a great time. Wow, this was a look. This photo makes me think of a really crazy moment. I was getting my information from someone in her office in New York, someone around her publicist. At this point, somebody from the UK side of things got in touch. Hey, are you the guy that's behind this website? Let's get together, let's have a chat. They invited me to come into the hotel to meet with them. So I went and took people that helped me with the website, plus a couple of friends. So there was this big group that all helped with the website, and we went into the hotel and we sat with a couple of people from her team. And I think it was just a little bit like sounding each other out, like, if you help us, we'll help you type thing. I don't even remember. Nothing really came of it. We were only in there for a short amount of time. Then we left that seating area upstairs in the hotel, and we came down from one side, and timing was just on our side because on the opposite wing of the hotel, down came Mariah, and Mariah was wearing this outfit. Now I remember pointing out, oh, I like your top. It says Honeybee Fly, which is one of her monikers, one of her nicknames. And little did we know that was about to be launched as the name of her fan club. So she liked the fact that I picked up on the Honeybee Fly on her top there. So we're in the hotel. We had a very, very quick exchange, and Mariah was straight out. She kind of maneuvered straight out to the press, left the hotel, had her photograph taken, and then we were just kind of behind her coming out. And it was really weird because we're always outside the hotel watching Mariah come out and being on that side of things and all the press going crazy and all the flashes and things like that. But here we were on the other side. So now we're inside the hotel, Mariah comes out, and we're seeing it from her perspective, and we come out just a couple of beats behind her. This is the same day. There was some kind of event or party. It was a private party. We went in and we went to the right, and there was a bar area, and it wasn't very big. Mariah was somewhere else. She had come in and turned left, and she was recording something. I don't know if it was MTV or what. I don't know what she was filming. But we were kept in the bar area. I think there were some contest winners or something. There were some competition winners, and we were all in the bar area together, and we're playing music, we're having drinks, and then we're told that Mariah is going to finish up filming whatever she's doing, and then she's going to come into the bar area, hang out really, just chat with people and whatever. Time goes on, Mariah's busy, she's working, but the buzz was certainly building. There was a lot of anticipation. I remember going and ordering a drink at the bar. No one's been charged anything. It's an open bar, but you could see like on the till behind, the tab was in Mariah's name. Her initials were there, MC, and I think at that point it was just like 500 or something. But that was pretty cool. It felt like Mariah's buying us drinks. Cheers, Mariah. Eventually, Mariah finished doing whatever she was doing work-wise, and she came into the room. But by this point, there was too much buzz, too much excitement. I think they'd closed the bar. We were having maybe a little bit too much of a party, and I think they just said, it's not gonna happen. We can't just have her in there with everyone. She came in, there she is holding a camcorder. I think she and someone working with her, they were collecting video footage. We heard rumors that she was doing some kind of special or documentary, just kind of documenting her promotional tour, making some kind of thing like with the fans and showing all these different moments. I think this was intended to be like some kind of scene or something. But she came in, this was definitely March 2003. I say definitely, someone's gonna say I'm wrong. But it was, yeah, it had to be, because we all sang Happy Birthday. But we didn't sing Happy Birthday because Mariah does not have birthdays, she has anniversaries. So we sang Happy Anniversary to the tune of Happy Birthday, and we got a few candid photos like this. This was a fun moment. It was just such a random night. We're there just chatting, chilling, having fun. Then Mariah pops in, we say, cheers, thanks for the drinks, thank you. Yeah, great night. Okay, on with the photos. What do we have? Halloween 2003. Mariah's back in the UK. Again, this is another Treacle exclusive. Here's a photo that I took. I think it was Claridge's Hotel. She came out and we were gooped. We were stunned. It looks amazing. Here you can see the full look. Here's a couple of press photos. Love her. She is Ariel. She is Little Mermaid. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the TV show that I forgot about. It was called MTV Presents Mariah Carey, and this was a 30-minute special. It was such an intimate performance. Look how small the crowd is. You had to kind of audition to get in the audience. Again, I had the information, everyone's swapping information. I can't remember the exact process other than a group of us had to go to a bar during the day in London. I think it was just off Oxford Street. I remember us meeting outside Topshop, I think. The random details that come back to mind now I think about it, but I think we met outside Topshop in Oxford Street, and there was a side road, and we went to a bar, and there were production people or casting people, whatever, and you had to kind of audition, talk about Mariah, your love for Mariah. If I'm not mistaken, there were about 100 people in the audience. It was very intimate. I was really surprised. We went along and she did 3 tracks. She did Through the Rain, Yours, and Bringing on the Heartbreak. So real treats for us. We were in there for a few hours and it was so intimate. It was amazing to have someone who's, in my opinion, an amazing vocalist, such a great singer, songwriter. She doesn't get enough credit for her songwriting, quick sidebar. But to have someone whose music you've enjoyed for many years at this point stood 2 meters away, just amazing, because you don't get that intimacy at a concert. I recognize a lot of faces, and I remember some of their names, not everybody. I catch glimpses of myself. That was pretty special. This is the one I forgot about. I can't believe I forgot about this. This was pretty awesome. She had her own MTV special. She was doing songs on her new album for a small group of hand-selected hardcore fans. You had to jump through hoops and audition to be there. And I was there with my friends, and we were living our best life. Okay, next up, we are at the 2003 Charm Bracelet World Tour. This is the biggest tour Mariah had done. It went across 2003 to 2004. She was playing 4 gigs in the UK. I think it was Glasgow first, then Birmingham, then Wembley, then Manchester. I think that was the order, all across a 10-day period, and I pretty much followed her on tour. I had tickets to go to all of the concerts, and moreover, by this point, I was really lucky. I had a little bit of direct communication with her team and things, and I got given backstage passes to each of the 4 shows. So I had 8 backstage passes in total. The shows were amazing. It was my first time seeing her in concert properly. It was interesting to see the slight differences and the changes in set lists between each of the nights. But there was one portion of the show where she would wave everyone forward, and the last few songs and the encore would be really intimate. It happened on the first night. We were like, wow, that's amazing. Everyone rushed forward. Happened again on the second concert. By the time we got to the third one, which I'm pretty sure Wembley was the third one, we were anticipating it. So she ends one song and then she's talking to the audience and she's about to go into the song where we know she's gonna wave everyone forward. We're like cocking a leg over the seat in front, or people like edging towards the end of the aisle because they know as soon as she says come forward, everyone's gonna rush. And I was determined to see how close I could get at this particular concert. So I got all the way forward when she gave the signal. I think I'm row 3 or 4. I'm jumping over the rows in front to get as close as possible. I got right to the front in the Wembley concert. I had a special moment as she's walking down on the floor. She comes off the stage and she's walking down along the floor, and she's kind of holding people's hands as she goes along, and she held my hands for a few seconds during Hero. Here is a very young, very skinny me with Jade Goody. So there I am in one of my many custom tops I had made. So there's little cartoon me and cartoon Mariah. There's my backstage pass, and yet there's Jade Goody. I think she was a few rows behind, and I was confident enough just to go up and introduce myself and ask for a photo. And that was, I think, before the concert began. I think I clocked her. Yeah, before the concert began, I went a few rows back and introduced myself to Jade and got a photo. She was really sweet, lovely person. May she rest in peace. She was really happy to be there. I remember actually during Hero, that moment where I held hands with Mariah, Jade ended up being like next to me and I didn't realize. And then all of a sudden, oh, like Jade next to me. And she was in tears. She was in full tears. She was a massive Mariah fan. She was so happy to be there. I haven't seen this photo in a very long time. What we have here is one of Mariah's newsletters, which I believe is from 2004. I want to say that because I think it's after the world tour came to an end. There's lots of backstage photos from the tour. There's a few photos from stage, things like that. And if you look closely, there is my backstage photo with Mariah. So there I am, can't miss me. I've got my big proud M for Matt, M for Mariah. We share the M, we share the month of March for our birthdays. There I am in my custom M t-shirt, all proud. Here is the newsletter, and my photo is this one. There I am, backstage at Wembley with Mariah. So the deal with the backstage passes was I had been given 2 per concert. So I had 2 for Glasgow, 2 for Birmingham, 2 for London, and 2 for Manchester, and I could do with them what I wanted. They were my backstage passes, I think as like a thank you for doing the website. I went backstage at London. I wanted to have the Wembley one, and then other people would go backstage at the other ones. So that was 4 covered, one me or one of my team and each of the concerts. And then for the other 4, what we decided to do was to run a competition. So we gave them away. I can't even remember what people had to do to enter the competition, but it was just an opportunity just to say thank you for supporting the website, coming along to fan events and things like that. That was so much fun to do. I remember I phoned the winner from the London concert, and I phoned this number, and I'm like, hey, is that Jasmine? It's Matt from MariahCareyUK.com. Thank you for entering the competition. You've won, and I'm taking you backstage at the Wembley concert next week. And that was so much fun. Obviously, you know, she went crazy down the phone. I remember being backstage. There were a couple of the girls from 90s R&B group Eternal were there. wow. I didn't need to go backstage all of the concerts. It was fun to share that with other people, and it was really fun to pass that on and give someone else the opportunity to go and meet her. And as it turned out, Jasmine was a really lovely person and became a friend, and then was known and loved by all of us. And then she would come down and meet Mariah, and that was part of it as well, really, I guess, was we'd meet these amazing people, these other fans that hadn't met Mariah, hadn't had an autograph or photo with her, and we would, you know, champion them and try and push them forward. And there were several people that I'm like, I've got my photo, I've got my autograph, I'm good, get in there, go, 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 do this, or come to this hotel, come with us. And we try and get, you know, try and hook them up and get them photos and things. Oh my God, GAY performance. This was epic. This was everything. So we heard that Mariah was going to appear at GAY nightclub in London, but it wasn't going to be announced. There was no promo. It was going to be a special surprise. Here she is. She came out on a chaise longue. It was the campest thing I've ever seen Mariah do. To this day, it was so camp. There I am again with my disposable camera, even at GAY nightclub. I've got my camera. I'm not going to miss opportunity for a photo. Here's another photo of mine. That's pretty good. Actually, I was in a good spot for that because, yeah, the stage was kind of like chest level. Okay, that's my hand. That's my skinny little hand giving her the yellow butterfly there. Butterflies are a symbol that are synonymous with Mariah. She loves them ever since her 97 album Butterfly. Everyone has been on board with that. And I remember I had a yellow one and I was straining, reaching up. You can see there actually how high the stage is because I'm having to really reach forwards and up. But there she is taking my yellow butterfly. I mean, come on. Come on, this was so camp. This was so camp. This was also really hot and sweaty. Mariah commented a few times, but there she was. Her hair fell flat, her face was shiny. It was a club. It was a great time. But there she was, bumping and grinding with these half-naked, gorgeous men. Anyway, guys, that's all for today. Check out part 3, which is the final part. That includes my favorite moments with Mariah, including partying with her at her London anniversary party and also hanging out with her backstage at Top of the Pops. If you enjoyed today's stories and photos of me with Mariah, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, thanks a lot.